Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Homer, and this is my first ever playthrough of Your Turn to Die. I did take a pause after this part just because I felt like there was a lot happening, and I definitely wanted to kind of break things up so we can come back kind of like refreshed and think about this in a very normal way, as normal can be in Your Turn to Die. We have So, Kana, Keiji, Reiko, and Now. The two new people are Kana and So, right? So was already here because you dragged him into it by accident. Let's talk to these two characters. Could the Reiko who broke the monitor have been someone else in disguise? Oh, we have to extract. I always forget. Could the Reiko who broke the monitor have been someone in disguise? After all, Reiko wears enough makeup that you could look like her if you wore it too. But Reiko said she was careful to store her clothes in the room so no one could steal them. This is always a very adorable sprite. None of us can obtain her clothes, so none of us could dress up like her. Dress up? Come to think of it, I haven't heard the words dress up doll recently. Oh, the idea that it could be a doll? Or there's, because we do know there's dolls of each person, right? But how could you access those? Time advanced, okay. What about So? Whoever has a wound on their hand, there's your fake. Get it? Reiko broke the monitor with her fists. If she's got a wound, it should be on the back of her hand. So there's someone hiding a wound there. Someone hiding a wound. Is this process of elimination? Right? Because it has to be someone who is as tall as Reiko. It has to be someone, look at the smile here. If you didn't lie to me all the time, you'd be a sweetheart. It has to be someone who is as tall as Reiko, could pass for Reiko's like height, maybe even like you could say pass for like what would you say, like for like their silhouette, I suppose, as well in some ways. That's not Keiji. That's not Kana, too short. So as well. I feel like, that's not, not at all. Not at all. Now, hair is too big. Does that make sense? You know what? Maybe this is a weird thing about this, but I don't think Now would do this either, right? And Keiji wouldn't do this either, right? And again, we know these characters probably wouldn't do this. Even So, right? You could say So could have done it, but I don't think it's So because he's, I don't know. I just feel like, does he have I think he has an alibi as well, right? Yeah, he does, because he was with Kana at the time, right? When they broke, I think so. I think if I remember correctly, yeah. But yeah, I don't think it was him either. Gin? No, never. Alice, again, you couldn't mistake them. Ranger and Saflin, like Saflin and Ranger. I don't know the exact height of these characters, but it can't be Saflin for sure. So I think what we're looking at is like, if we're doing process of elimination here, So is like 20% of like, yes, probably. But I guess Ranger could be? Because Ranger takes other people's clothes, right? Could Ranger have dressed up as Reiko? Because again, you could say, well, Cal, what about So? But I just don't. First of all, I think he does have an alibi, but I also don't just see him dressing up as Reiko for this. Right? Especially when he was trying to, pretend he was, his memory was gone. I think if he was caught as Reiko, it would be over. Like, no one would ever give him tokens ever again. It doesn't make any sense to me. Keiji, no. Kana, no. So, no. Now wouldn't do this. Gin. Because if Now was going to break the monitor, she should just do it, right? Because it's like, that'd be her trauma. Gin, no. Alice, no again. Different frame completely. Saflin, no again. Like, too short as well. Like, Ranger does seem like they're in the same height range. That's the thing. Should we try Ranger? The dress-up doll. Okay, there we go. The dress-up doll. That's their nickname? I thought the dress-up doll was just the dolls we had around this. I forgot that the nickname was dress-up doll. It's my bad. That would have made it way easier. If that's their nickname, right? I just forgot. Me going through all the lists going, it can't be this person. It can't be this person. Like on a whiteboard. And this person can't be this person. And it's like, we literally just gave you the nickname of the character. Come to think of it, though he's a guy, he's got a similar frame to Reiko. I do think the same height at the very least, right? No! My head, no, please stop. Stop. And it hurts. His tummy's grumbling. Stop. Damn it, Ranger. We just have to focus. So, wait, what do we do now then? We have to like find a way to do this without in the most, but again, there's no way I can know how to do it in the minimum amount of time. So the two people like, this isn't, so was there any reason for someone to pretend to be Reiko and visit, so they're talking about the reason. At any rate, I didn't break the monitor. I don't know what this is about. With her tone and behavior, it could only be Reiko. Her voice was the same as Reiko's too, so it has to be someone impersonating Reiko, which again, I don't think So is going to do that either. None of us can obtain her clothes, so none of us could dress up like her. Versus. We're saying it's Ranger. Right? None of us could have done it, but you're right, but Ranger could have. I love that it was me, I was doing whiteboard stuff. And they're like, we gave you the nickname. There's someone who could get Reiko's clothes. We can't get into Reiko's room, so of course we couldn't steal her spare clothes. But it's not us who brought the spares. The kidnappers prepared them, didn't they? So that's so again. So thinking of this was also like really clever as well. Ah, that's right. Ranger and Saflin would have access to anyone's clothes. And the one with the similar frame who could hide the wound where the glove is you, Ranger, the dress-up doll. Again, as I said, they both could like wear those metal band 2012 metalcore skinny jeans. Can't be. Ranger was Ranger was Reiko fake. I get it. Him being a dress-up doll wouldn't be so strange for him to have the ability to do perfect impersonations, because he does impersonations all the time. Oh my god, they do such a good job of making them look so maniacal. So stupid. I love pointless chatter. I'll tell you this, that Reiko was the real deal. Wait, what? The one that broke the monitor? What? I would never wear the clothes of a living human. Oh, they only like wearing dead people's clothes? It just feels too good to wear the clothes of a poor human who died miserably. Would you even understand? No, of course, no one would understand. That's your demented brain. That's your brain that's destroyed. But are we back to square one? No, then why don't you show us what's under your glove? Sure thing. No, and showed his completely uninjured hand. Satisfied now? No way. And again, this defeated look because we feel like we're coming so far to save him. Then sure enough, there wasn't a fake. Are we literally backing off from this whole argument? We just wasted our time in vain. Not necessarily. Oh my god, KG, please help. Mr. Policeman started to figure out these floor masters. I could tell from Miley too, what you've got in common is you can lie about the important stuff. You can lie about the important stuff. That's why you're touching on the topic, but cleverly talking around it. But I noticed. Notice what? KG's about to uncover something here. Ranger just now. You said that Reiko was the real deal. Oh. So the Reiko that punched the monitor was the real deal, but the other Reiko possibly wasn't? Because that's what we were thinking a little bit, right, as well, that the Reiko that brought us up to the... Because the Reiko, before we went into the room of lies, Reiko did have the blood in her hands. And then when we left, they didn't have the blood in their hands, which is the Reiko we have now, right? So somewhere in that room, I think something changed. So I think that maybe the Reiko beforehand was the real deal, the one with the blood in their hands? Why didn't you say there's no fake? Exactly. That's so good, KG. That's so good. If you've got to say that, I'm giving you another chance. Oh my god. Policeman over here. Bastard. If you can't say it, that's the same as confessing there's a fake Reiko. Oh my god, KG. That's fantastic. What the shit? And it's relevant to this final attraction too. Where's your proof? It's just my detective intuition. Pretty persuasive. So you did a good job too, in fairness too, with the whole Ranger thing. But again, like you see here as well, while So is very manipulative, why he lies a lot and all this stuff too, because I truly believe he thinks the whole world is ready to lie to him because he lies to people, right? So I think it's this cycle of lies, whatever, you know. But what's so interesting about it too is that we see here, once again, just like he saved people in the first trial, right? Just as they said in this game too, he once again was aiming to save Gin here too. I can feel it. The wound on Reiko's hand is the only clue that AI Mishima left us. Feels like his intentions are shining some light on us all. Keiji, but how could Reiko's fake be related to its attraction? Listen, Sarah. If the Reiko injury in her hand was real, which I think it was, then who's the fake? This Reiko. That would be the Reiko with no injury? Exact. Because that's what we were thinking, right? The Reiko standing before us. Because remember what we were saying, like, when I don't know if I said it outright, because again, there was so much that happened in the last episode. But it was one of those situations where we know that at some point that room of lies changed something. And while we didn't probably say this outright, I do think that the room of lies is the way that we can solve this. Because we touched the hand of Reiko and she was bleeding. And that was the Reiko that was being so supportive of us, so nice. And then when we went into that room and she came out, this Reiko with no injury happened as well. That something happened in that moment there. That's the only place I can think there could have been a switcheroo. The Reiko in front of us is the fake? Don't be stupid. Yeah, Ranger said that Reiko, who punched the monitor, was real. Yep. So you having no wound in your hand means you're the fake. How does that figure? I can't imagine it either. The person in front of me is clearly Reiko. Even so, the matter of the injury can't be passed off as just my imagination. We held her hand and it was bleeding onto our hand. If you think logically, this person has to be the fake. Can you prove you're the real one, Reiko? Hold the hell up. You seriously suspecting me? I'm Reiko no matter how you look at it. I'm real, ain't I? Please, Sarah, don't confuse people with your weird ideas. We're friends, right? I thought I made a friend I could trust for the first time. Oh my god, that's so brutal, isn't it? Playing on those emotions as well. And give me proof. I think Sarah's being very strong here. Because again, that would break a lot of people, right? But to be like, hey, look, just then give me proof. For goodness sake. Please quit this foolishness. Don't bully Reiko anymore. Oh, Alice. I feel so bad because obviously, like, we know Alice cares so much about Reiko and instinctively stepping in to protect his sister. If you want evidence, I'll give it to you as a brother. That is the real Reiko. What is your proof? The eyes of her brother by blood. I can't possibly be mistaken. So this is the real Reiko? Keiji, you've been tricked by Ranger. What? That Reiko was the real. This Reiko is also real. Wait, what? Both of them are real? It's a trap, I tell you. One meant to snare Reiko. What do you mean both of them are real? And you're thinking of sacrificing Reiko to save Gin, aren't you? Oh, he's so frustrated. Instinctively, like stepping in right away. But he's saying both the Reikos are real? Alice. Listen to me, Sarah Chidoween. I'm not panicking. I'm making a composed judgment. Yeah. Okay. We can listen. We have to listen to Alice in this situation as well, especially with the passion that they have as well. I don't want to trample on that passion either. Obviously, this is a very scary situation, but we don't want to trample on that either, I decided couldn't possibly fool my eyes. Her behavior, the slightest gestures, her personality, in every way, that's the real Reiko. I've been with her for 20 years. Even through makeup, I can see through her true identity. Please believe me, Sarah. But then what do you... Alice is staring at me in the eye. He's not lying. Don't listen to him, Sarah. The point of this attraction must be to identify the fake and save Gin. But this is what's worrying me, though. This is the worrying thing, though. Another thing he said there, though, as well. I just had this, I thought about there for a second. He said they've been together for 20 years. He's been in prison. They literally were estranged. Right? Otherwise, someone will absolutely have to be sacrificed. They were separated. That's true. So, we just have to drop that fake. Well, let's calm for a second. I think there are holes in what he said there. Right? What? Oh, here we go. Progress again. There's no time to hesitate. We can't save Gin unless we drop the fake there. Now, are you trying to frame me? That there's the real Reiko. If she were fake and wearing disguise, I, her brother, would know. If this Reiko's fake, then when are you saying she was switched with the real Reiko? Someone can only have taken Reiko's place when she was alone. Was there any such time in the room of lies? There's another big problem. What's the real identity of the fake? So, we know with So talking about this here as well with the room of lies, we know what that is. So can we talk to So for a second? Someone could have only taken Reiko's place when she was alone. Was there any such time? Can we extract this maybe? Because we know that like what it was. It was the the room of lies. But I don't know how we're gonna like get to that. You know what I mean? Someone could only have taken Reiko's place when she was alone. Was there any such time? Imagine Reiko would have been alone when it was bedtime, but like Hannah said earlier, Reiko was wary even in her own room. Her clothes are important. So the question is she ever alone while up and about? Miss Sarah, do you have any ideas? If I can prove Reiko was ever alone for even the slightest moment. Time advanced? So we have to prove she was... Wait, but wouldn't that be the room of lies? Right? I'm so worried about this. Because I'm thinking that that's what we like. If I can talk to, I don't know if this will like come up again. Was there any such time? What has everyone else got to say? There was no time to hesitate. We can't save Gin unless we drop the fake there. Now, are you trying to frame me? Alice says that there's the real Reiko. Which is very, the only thing I can think of, like again, when I'm looking at all these statements, the only thing that we have any idea of is the room of lies. We know she could have been alone in the room of lies. But how do we get to that point? Because no one else is saying that she was alone, right? And there's nothing we can like... Torn paper. The only thing that relates to the room of lies is the web of happiness. That's the only thing we can relate that to. But do we present this and go like, hey, like this is where she was in the room of web of happiness? Because we can't like relate it to anything else. Like, you know what I mean, in terms of, because that's the one lead we have is that she could have been alone in the room of lies. When are you saying she switched with the real Reiko? But then again, we don't have... That's not a counter to saying that she had been alone, right? Should we try and present the web of happiness to So? Because it's the only thing related to the room of lies. Oh, I'm so worried this is going to be wrong. It's the only thing we have. Okay, great. It's the only thing we have related to the room of lies where she could have switched. This is the web of happiness that broke apart earlier. I've got this when Reiko went into the room of lies. Yes, that's right, I remember. As soon as I took the web of happiness, the lights went out. I heard Reiko scream, yes, and we got the hand. That was, yep, there we go, 110%. For just a short time, Reiko was by herself in the room of lies. And the Reiko that left the room was still wearing gloves on both her hands. And then we just kind of brushed it off as her having extra gloves. But it was a weird situation. It was such a weird situation. That's right. At the time she left the room of lies, Reiko had already been replaced. Sarah. The lie in the room of lies wasn't just the web of happiness. The kidnappers devised it as a trap that would send out the fake to confuse us. Then there's more to that room than just putting a dummy item. Say, Reiko, shouldn't you give up soon? Or do you mean to deny Miss Sarah, do you? I mean, I would like her to deny us because like that would save us from, because again, you're leaning into the idea of us pushing her into the pit, right? To sacrifice her. I would like her to deny as much as possible so we have all possible evidence. She's sweating as well. No, Reiko, disprove her, please. You're wrong, I'm not a fake. Ain't just the huge ass problem? If you're saying I'm a fake, then who the hell am I really? That's a important thing to note. That's an important thing to note. There's the 9 of us here, and even Ranger and Saflin. She is correct. She is correct. If someone took someone else's place, that'd be fewer people, right? She is right in saying this. True. Ranger, please tell us, is there any person on this floor we haven't met yet? I got no obligation to tell you all that. There is not. Saflin. No human you haven't met will make an appearance here. Wait. The phrasing. The phrasing. No human you haven't met. And we know these other characters are dolls, right? That's, again, this is just Ace Attorney brain stuff, right? Where it's like a character will say one thing and really it leads you to another path here. Why would you emphasize no human? You'd be like, no one you haven't met will make an appearance here. Again, they're using their words wisely here. It can't be. Get it now? If nobody could take my place, then there's no goddamn way there's a fake. This can't be right. We're just a step away. But I don't know who this fake really is. Sejuani, please cease your doubting. Alice, it's not as if I believe her own brother could mistake her either. But no, wait, sure enough. Am I uncertain that maybe I've made had a huge misunderstanding? KG, come on, help us out. KG's bewildered too. If their identity as a person Kana and everyone has already met, then you don't mean it's one of the victims. Ridiculous. But if we worry over this anymore, we need to drop the fake. Now is so sure that this is a fake person. Now, if I'm a fake, Sarah could be a fake too, you know. And the thing is as well, like, now getting so aggressive about dropping the fake, right? It's as we say, people make decisions here and want to do things to save someone, like in a situation like this, and no one's thinking in the right. Not that I'm saying that now is not correct or now is right or wrong. I'm saying that like she's been so aggressive about it because she's terrified of the idea of Gin dying here. Didn't she say it earlier? Me and Sarah went to the room of lies together. Only I was replaced with a fake. How can you say that for sure now? I mean, now don't give in to her arguments. Sarah, you've chosen Gin over me. Whoa, that's very emotionally manipulative, because I think Reiko would never say that about Gin though, right? Damn it, I can't believe this shit. I trusted you. Like, I think the real Reiko, if it was the real Reiko, would be like, I understand. And not that like she should be, but she'd be like, yeah, like, this is a kid. Don't be fooled now, Sarah's trying to trick you, so the two of you can push me down. You aren't Reiko, you're a fake. Don't be assured that's the real Reiko. Now please, it's riding on you. Oh my god, it's so stressful. Of course it's so stressful. The fake is appealing to now to protect herself. In that case, we have to have a fair and square discussion. Reiko, let's talk one-on-one. Sarah, I challenge you. If I'm mistaken, cut me down with a blade of logic? Oh my god, let's do it, Sarah. I'll open up your clouded eyes. We're doing this right here. Oh, great illustration. Now I'm gonna make you admit that me right here, I'm the real Reiko. This person is a fake. So Sarah's so sure that she's a fake now. I've been with Alice since I was ever born. No, you were not. No, you must have been apart for at least as long as Alice has been in prison, yeah. That's only 2.5 years, but still. That's plenty of time for a person's thoughts and personality to change. And yet Alice keeps saying you're no different. It's simply him who's convinced of that. Okay, that's good. I went with Sarah into the room of lies. We split up the stuff inside among us equally. If I'm a fake, Sarah could be too. We didn't split up the stuff equally because I gave you all the chips. Was it really equal? You took most of the clear chips we got in the room of lies, Reiko. And after that, did you really share the clear chips? Oh, did she not? Well, that greed isn't like the real Reiko, so she kept all the chips. The monitor thing ain't important. That's right, I was just sleepy and my memory's fuzzy. Maybe I did break it. Wait, what do we... The monitor thing ain't important. That's right, I was just sleepy, so my memory's just fuzzy. Hell, maybe I did break it. All these sound like very, like... This, I mean, it is... No, there's a discrepancy between the wound... Yeah, okay, yeah, because the whole thing of her... It sounds like she's trying to diminish it in some way. There's a discrepancy between the wound and Reiko got in her hand and your memory. That's exactly why KG is adamant about there being 2 Reikos. Nothing could be more important. You're all being tricked by Ranger's word games? He hasn't said a word about me being fake. Even if he can't lie, he can still keep quiet. He hasn't said a word about me being fake, which he hasn't. Even if he can't lie, he can still keep quiet. I don't understand that one. You're all being tricked by Ranger's word games? Maybe? Yes, KG saw through Ranger's words, twisting and refuting, because the other two didn't make sense to me. They didn't make sense to me. And Ranger was unable to clearly say that there was no fake. Shaking and vexed, he couldn't say it. Listen, even if we say somebody we haven't met has replaced me as a faker, ain't that a contradiction in itself? No humans we met haven't no humans we haven't met will make an appearance. The 9 of us, Ranger and Saflin, ain't that everybody? What do you think? A dead Kai or Mishima is dressing up as me? Is it the no humans part? Wait, is there no timer for this one? The 9 of us, Ranger and Saflin, ain't that everybody? What do you think? A dead Kai or Mishima is dressing up as me? So it's not this, right? Because why would you even bring this up in this sense? But I guess we are trying to refute lies here as well. The 9 of us, Ranger and Saflin, ain't that everybody? So she's mentioned Ranger and Saflin, ain't that everybody? No humans we haven't met will make an appearance. So it's this or this, because, like, this is saying that there might be a doll as well. Should we... What happens if we fail? Oh, no. I just really... Yeah, we can't really fail in this. Let's think about this. We don't have a timer on this, which means it's probably the last one, I guess. No humans we haven't met will make an appearance. This is true. This is true. So is this one? 9 of us, Ranger and Saflin, ain't that everybody? Miley is not here. Right? Everybody but Miley is here. And the fact that they mentioned Ranger and Saflin too, this we could say, but the truth is, this is a fact. No humans we haven't met will make an appearance. I'm going with this one. There's one more person we don't see here. The person... Oh, wait. Oh, they're talking about the receptionist doll. The dude. The person at the prize exchange who called himself the receptionist doll. The guy with the mustache? That's right, the forgotten final person. Do we think he could have been Reiko? I thought we were talking about Miley. Hold up, that guy clearly ain't human, right? He's never got any expression. He's called a damn receptionist doll. Doll? Enough. It's useless to discuss this anymore. Are you trying to run away? No. But no matter how much we talk, you can't clearly tell me who this fake or whatever really is. Come on, say it already. Who am I? No humans we haven't met will appear. Humans? That's the word I was looking for. That's the word we were looking for. Humans. Humans is the exact phrasing. Why did she say humans? Because... Wait. Well, the reason why we poked a hole in that is because we were saying the dolls could show up, right? But her saying no humans and her emphasizing that as well kind of adds credence to the idea that she could be a doll as well. Don't tell me you're trying to say I'm not human. Oh man, there's only one left to refute. Wait. Did that not work? Or did that work? Not human? It's an unthinkable, absurd idea. But something lodged itself in my head. I'm an AI program of cosmic... Wait, you think she's an AI? Because they do have that power of that AI, right? They do have that power to, like, put someone's exact memories, their feelings, all that stuff. But are they self-aware? The AIs are basically super reproductions based on y'all's the participants. Man, is she like a super detailed AI? That's so freaking... And they built this up, right, since the start. In fact, they're AIs with hearts possessing superb emotional capabilities. They built this up since the start. The idea of the AIs and how detailed they are and now bring it into this situation here where we thought it might be like a doll, but maybe like it is like an AI. Like an AI Reiko. And maybe that's why Alice also like sees a lot of Reiko in this Reiko too, because they are perfect reconstructions of those people. One of the purposes these dolls are made for is a mental relief. Allow me to show you a wonderful function will make you... Wait, so there's a possibility that there could have the doll for Joe could have been like an AI doll as well, and we could have literally talked to Joe at the time. If you could combine artificial intelligence with a doll, like they were going to do it. I love that everything was actually like a build up to this moment. They actually built it up really well. You could create a completely perfect fake. Huh? Sarah, settle down. Do you know what you're saying? Oh, I think... But I'm wondering, is she aware of this? Is she aware of this? I was always wondering, why did something like an AI of Professor Mishima even exist? Why were the dolls made to recreate us in such a perfect detail? Maybe this facility, the kidnappers' organization, is making doll copies of humans. Like, you think like mass producing them? What? You lost your marbles here. I mean, the fact that they created that Mishima AI, the fact that there's these walking dolls around here too. I wonder if they're all AI. A doll that just looks like Reiko, and an AI that recreates Reiko's personality. The results of combining two things is an impostor Reiko. This is difficult, man. Are you being serious, Sarah Shadoween? I am. That's how she could fool even her own brother. She's not someone else impersonating her, she's a duplicate. Your claims are another mess. Guys, Sarah's lost her cool. We should drop this whole thing, and she continues to try and make us drop this whole thing as well. KG? Man, if it's an AI as well, like that's again creepy as heck the fact they can do this. And again, it takes away a lot of trust for the situation too, right? Because who is an AI then? The fact that this is such like a good replica of Reiko, you know? Oh, look at Kana's face. Everyone's so tired. Everyone's so exhausted. As you would be. How could you not be like so distraught and destroyed in this situation? Everyone's eyes full of doubt, despairing looks. But they're doubting us? I thought they were just sort of showing how tired they were. Such was the reaction to my shaky conclusion. Me, the one who was entrusted our hopes. No dice, huh? Wow. I just think it's so well done that they put things in like this. The fact that we, the main character, don't always have people's trust, and I think it's always a good thing to do. I always talk about Ace Attorney and Danganronpa. They do that sometimes as well because it's good writing. It's good writing to have sometimes people won't always be on your side. Just because you're the main character doesn't mean you are always have everyone's full, undivided attention and belief. Again, I couldn't... No, don't say that. I couldn't save you. No, we can. Now that's interesting. Okay, KG, thank you. Thank God. Thank God. It's a bold idea, the kind of absurd conclusion only you could come to, Sarah. Ah, that's so good. I'll take your word for it. I'm on board with this. KG. Mr. Policeman's ever your ally, Sarah. That's awesome. That feels good. Nothing for it. I can't think of any other way to break the deadlock. Listen, Gin's at his limit. This is the end. We have to decide. Again, so throwing... Like, I'm getting chills from this because so showing, like, you know, that he's not like some, like... sadistic being who's like, you know, happy with Gin dying. He's worked to try and save him here too in his own way. Sarah, give us some proof that Reiko's a doll with artificial intelligence. This is so fair. They had doubts of us, but they're like, look, proof. Oh my god, man, this is incredible. This is such an incredible way they've done this. I'll sum it up simply. The Reiko who broke Mishima's monitor was real. And in the room of lies, the real and the fake Reiko got swapped. So this Reiko here is a fake. And if you infer she's actually a doll copy, but she won't recognize it. It's true, Professor Mishima's AI was perfect. I could imagine it was a real professor there. Perfectly replicating human is possible. There's absolutely must be a difference somewhere. I'll prove that I'm human, alright? What you want? I'll do anything. Why didn't the AI Mishima have any memory of us, I wonder? Naturally, the personalities of the AI are based on the real people, right? Real humans change in personality and gain memories, and the AI should have need updating too. Wait. So, hold on. Is this a thing where we can ask everybody, or is this a thing where we're going to be like really deep in trouble with this stuff? Because I'd be very like worried about like doing something poorly here. What does Reiko have to say? I'll prove that I'm human, right? What do you want me to do? I'll do anything. It's true, Professor Mishima's AI was perfect. I could imagine it. It was the real professor there. This is terrifying. Real humans change in personality and gain memories. The AI should need updating too. Why didn't the AI Mishima have a memory of us, I wonder? Naturally, the personalities of the AIs are based on real people, right? Should we try we'll start with extracting, right? We'll start extracting. I'll prove that I'm human, right? What do you want me to do? I'll do anything. Tell me something a machine or doll definitely couldn't do. And I'll do it with ease. I'll open your eyes, Sarah. Understood, let's make a request. Ask her what she values. Question about her brother. Ask her about her memories. Have her sing a song is wild, but she is a singer in a band, right? Is that the answer? She is a singer in a band. Because you ask her what she values, right? I think she would know this. If you're a recreation of Reiki, you know this. You would have be able to answer about her brother as well, because they did spend some time together. Her memories, they would have her memories too, but sing a song. Is that something only she can do? Should we try it? I mean, we can't really try things, but you see what I'm saying? All these answers to me seem like something that she would know and be able to know, but this sticks out so much to me. Now, the last time something stuck out was with So, and that was wrong there. So I don't want to. I don't always go with my intuition. Should we have her sing a song? Okay, you know what? This will be a shot in the dark anyway with all this stuff here. But again, as I'm saying, she could tell you what she values. She's a recreation of Reiko. She could tell you about her brother because she is. She did spend time with her brother 2 years ago, and she has memories of Reiko too. I'm gonna try it. It just seems so outlandish and out there, and it relates to her character too. I want you to sing a song. A song, okay, got it. Singing is my life, so open those ears. Her song echoes through the room. It's a song full of feeling that makes your body tremble when heard up close, so maybe she actually is able to say, okay, maybe we got this wrong. In it, I sense a certain feeling. I want you to believe me. How's that? This is the big hit I play at concerts. Samurai Onna. I think maybe I have to stop picking the answers that stick out like a sore thumb. I've never heard a song from Reiko's band, so I can't compare her singing to the real deal. Even so, could a doll perform vocals so full of emotions? Time advanced. What do we... That was apparently a waste of time. Is there anything else we can extract from her? Do we have to ask her to do something? Oh no, but I... Because I thought because, like, wasn't she was like a singer in a band. She was a singer in a band. Can we try extract other people's, maybe talk to Alice? Perfectly replicant human as possible, there absolutely must be a difference somewhere. And it's just not thinkable that I wouldn't notice the difference, however slight. Calm down, please. I've been in prison for 2.5 years and I never had any contact with Reiko. And when we reunited, I did think it was she was kind of and changed a bit. But I never realized in these past few days she hadn't changed. Reiko's still Reiko. That Reiko fake don't make me laugh. Alice completely believes she's real. No! No, 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 no. No. No, 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 please, 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 please. Please stop it already. No, 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 no. Please, please, please. I'll take all Kana screaming that she'll do it as well. Please don't do this. You can't. Worst case is both of you will die. Not like you're given that freedom. Only Katara has the privilege. Remember? That's so brutal, man. I mean, but that means no matter what we would have chosen, if I failed one more time, we were done anyway. I was so close to being gone anyway, and I had no idea really where to go after that. Please. Oh no, Gin. What's Katara thinking right now as well? 1. Oh no. That's so brutal. That's so... And again, it's one of those things where I thought he would have anyway. But I wish we could have just freaking saved them. I wish I was just... I think I made like a couple of failures there that didn't matter to anything. Stop, Kataro. Pressing the switch. Oh no. Now he's getting poisoned. Oh, but is it only one thing then? Maybe the both of them could survive then? The kiddo dead. It hit the kid. Wait, what? What? He didn't press it. My arm won't move. Just stop it. Please, what the hell just happened? Ranger, when is this attraction going to end? When someone has to be sacrificed? Katara, one of the 3 idiot girls, or else when all the stingers fire, it'll end. Someone has to die. So Katara couldn't move? He couldn't move his arm? Sarah, there's an antidote in the medical office. And you noticed an antidote? This Rikoto giant scorpion ranger mentioned, from the looks of it, its venom has pretty delayed effects. Okay. I definitely saw an antidote for that in the same scorpion venom in the medical office. If you can just end the attraction quick, then you might have the time to cure him. What an idea to get in your head. It's all riding on you, Sarah. I refuse to give up. Are you serious? Are you serious? But what can we even do at this stage? I'm going to take off extractions because I want to hear what everyone says again. So we have a chance to save them. I think maybe the nerves got to him in the end. Real humans change in personality and gain memories. AI should need updating too. Why didn't AI Mishu have any memories of us, I wonder? Naturally, the personalities of the AIs are based on real people, right? Even without meeting her for 2.5 years, Reiko is Reiko. I couldn't be mistaken. And then it's true, Professor Mishima's AI was perfect. I could imagine it was a real professor. Do we have to do verses with... Maybe they need updating? But she's saying it's perfect. And now we have... Wait, they're keeping the statement of her singing there as well. We can't change it. We can't pick something else. So is this significant in some ways? I still don't see any value in the other questions. So I don't want what. Couldn't you just avoid this stuff as well? Is there memories of us maybe? Your memories of us now, please tell me those. Memories, alright, let's see. I got abducted, woke up in a strange room, was made to do this first trial crap. Mishima died, now was so shocked that she lost herself for a while. I remember all of it. And she went on telling me everything that happened. Okay, so she knows all these memories too. Do I gotta talk about stuff even further back to satisfy you, Sarah? No good, there's no time for to tell me any more memories. Jesus Christ. And we don't have anything else we like... We could do a versus on these two. I can imagine there was a real professor there. But I don't think this actually relates to each other as well. Real humans can't change their personality and gain memories, and AI should need updating too. And we have nothing to do with evidence here as well. Nothing that we could look to maybe for an argument here. We've used everything but the 4 papers and the BAM breakup article. Oh. Oh no. I can't sing this band's songs anymore? Are we? But that's like an emotional reason. Are we saying it's because she can't sing? So the singing part was correct? But we had to maybe present that onto that as well. So maybe we do this. Oh, please don't die in this moment here. Oh God. Because I thought she was going to sing poorly with the singing. Please. Okay, we still have time. Oh my God. Do we think we can present this? I'm so worried because it's the only thing that relates to it. How's that? I just sang my hit concert, Samariona. She said she wouldn't sing those songs anymore. Yeah. Have I finally found it? The discrepancy other than the injury on her hand. The borderline between fake and real. My heart is pounding, man. I was so worried we wouldn't. Because I was like... I chose the singing because the only one that made sense, like, because no, it stuck out because the other ones, again, she could easily remember, as we saw there, she could easily remember all those other things. Easily. Right? If we didn't think to try and relate something to evidence, if we didn't think to try and look in our evidence, I would never have gotten this. I would never have gotten this. Ever. Reiko, let me just confirm one thing. What is it? This Samurai Onna song is a song by your band? Obviously, I only sing my own songs. It's the ultimate song named for my old band, Samurai Yaiba. Oh, Alice can sense something too. Alice, you noticed, look, he's like clenching his chest as well. Huh? Please read this. What's that scrap of paper? This is an article on the Samurai Yaiba's breakup. Oh my God. If we didn't check out the items out of desperation, we would not have... I think Gin would be dead. I think at that point Gin would be gone. Don't be serious. Of course I remember this. It's from after Alice was arrested. Yes, but you don't remember you don't remember the words that is left in your heart. My heart? Because you didn't say it out loud, I guess? Reiko, Alice's arrest came as a shock to you. So much so that you couldn't sing your band's songs anymore. Well, she did say it out loud. I couldn't sing? Read it, please. It says it right in the article. Alice was a member in your previous band, right? Indeed. That's why you couldn't do it anymore. I think Alice is starting to realize as well. Reiko couldn't sing songs that remind her of her brother. And yet you proudly sang for me, a song from your old band. What's the meaning of this? This is what Ranger said. The AI memories are updated regularly every 6 months, and personality every 3 years, yes. And only a memory could be brought up to date at any time. So I'm sure you do have the memory of your band's breakup, but your personality only got refreshed once every 3 years. If the last update was 2.5 years ago, then she wouldn't have gotten the update about her not wanting to sing anymore. It will be before my murder case. That's right. Before the incident made Reiko unable to sing, forcing the band to break up. Stop it. In other words, your personality remains a time capsule of Reiko Yubasami from 3 years ago. So brutal, man. So where's the real freaking Reiko then? Where's the real Reiko? I'm real. She believes she's real. A fake? A doll? Does she truly believe she's real? That's wrong. It's wrong. I think she does. Oh my God. Imagine that realization. She genuinely is just realizing now that she's not real. Because I'm alive. My memories, my feelings, this is rough. Overcoming their deaths. No, man. My pain. All of us helping each other. Was it all a program? The fact that she's realizing this. Again, here's the thing. I want to make clear. This obviously, like, you can say, oh, Calvin's just an AI. But, like, if you've ever seen any movies on AI, right? After you create these AIs, you have this, like, duty of, like, care for them. Because it's so sad to see them, like, realize stuff like this. Like, her mind is being destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. Because this is not an AI, artificial intelligence. To me, this is artificial consciousness. This is a conscious being now, or a conscious machine. And once you create a conscious machine, to me, it's like so freaking sad to the idea of like, you know, something like this happening when they realize exactly like who they are. Am I a fake? Like how brutal must it be? Again, for an artificial consciousness, and I say consciousness instead of intelligence, a consciousness. Like how rough is that? You're a fake. And they just admit it right then and there. Like hell, oh look at the paint, like not the paint, sorry, the eye makeup down the face. That can't be right, it ain't possible. Once you say shit, I just gotta admit it, don't I? What else did you want me to do? The concept of the room of lies was once you see through it, it's over, okay? So once we realize what happened in the room of lies, it's done. The rope was a decoy. The rope was a red herring of the lies. I'm still half believing that Reiko is a doll? No, Reiko, no, the fake was a ruse, meant to deceive us? Wouldn't quite say that. The fake just really thinks she's Reiko. That's what a copy is. Yeah, and that's what I get from that. I gather that from this Reiko. They genuinely believe that they are Reiko, which is what makes it terrifying and sad. Then I'll explain it for you. First up, you bastards reason right. It was the real Reiko who broke, Kazuma Mishima's monitor. Great artwork here as well. Seems Keiji now witnessed it. Day broke and the real Reiko went with Sarah into the room of lies. Sensing danger, Sarah grabbed the real Reiko's hand, but unfortunately Reiko got caught and we just got her glove. And the one who came out was the fake Reiko. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Shout out to like a, again, there was a commenter that said, like again, they haven't seen the game before because they're watching it for the first time, and I just want to shout out and be like, they like instantly were just like, there was someone else in that room, which, we kind of felt that too, but I feel like, shout out for saying it outright, honestly. After that, it was the fake waltzing around, but there was two problems. First was the memory updates hadn't caught up. Since the real Reiko came out to the room of lies less than a day after breaking the Misha's monitor, the memory of her smashing it never got put in, so she doesn't even remember that. Second was the last personality update was 2 years and 8 months ago. Seems like her personality changed a bit from the shock of her brother Alice's arrest. Wait, I just realized something. If it was 2 years and 8 months ago, that means they were watching us for very long. For so freaking long. Like, 2 years and 8 months ago, they were creating dolls of people like us? That's horrifying. Not much you can do about that stuff. Where's the real Reiko? Who can say? Was still there? If you did anything, or I'll kill you all, poor Alice. And it must be so heartbreaking for Alice as well, because obviously that's his sister. But like also getting so frustrated at these guys for like, for doing this at all with his sister. Only concern for the real one? I mean, this is the thing. This is confusing as heck for someone like Alice. It's confusing as heck for us. We're looking at an AI that's crying in front of us. An artificial consciousness is crying in front of us. You'd have to have a stone heart not to feel something. But right now, of course, he's worried about his sister. As of course he would be. Makes me feel bad for the fake Reiko. Yes, 100. I don't disagree. But it's a situation where, like, we have to look after the real Reiko first. We just have to. We can sit here and believe it's so horrifying, and it is horrifying that this has even happened. You know what I mean? You solved right. Hurry up. Oh man, since it's a fake Reiko, I'm sure you can push it without regrets. Oh, saying that kind of worries me. That's very worrying. Wait a sec. I'm alive too. Oh my god, this is why this is so immoral and horrific. They truly believe that they're alive. They feel something. They have emotions. They have a consciousness. They have part of Reiko's memories. Whether you like it or not, because of the advanced technology, we are about to, if we do this, we're going to snuff out a life. We're going to literally we're destroying a part, like, and again, not literally, but like, how can you really say like before, even though like in the end, no one will literally die. We still have to deal with the fact that we have this like artificial consciousness begging us not to do this. Doesn't feel good. Why is she able to cry too? She's basically a human at this point. So again, what Soul's saying is actually true. It's like, if you create an artificial intelligence, I believe that at that point you have a duty of care to those artificial intelligence. Or artificial consciousness, right? And I talk about the games like Portal, where like artificial consciousness are created rather than intelligence. Because artificial intelligence and AI in general, like, it sucks, it's awful, it's theft in a lot of cases. But like a consciousness is different. They're creating consciousness here. They're creating like living creatures through artificial intelligence. And once you create those things, I believe that any company should have a duty of care to those artificial consciousness, because you have created something that can feel pain, that can feel sadness, that can feel warmth and love and all this stuff here, and has memories. What Soul's saying is not wrong. Like at that point, like the only thing that separates it from being a human is like the organs. You know what I mean? Like, this is, help me, guys. Like, so horrible. Help me, guys. That's so brutal. Is this part of the emotion program too? You got it. Like, they feel something. That's what's so bad about this. Awful, awful. Isn't it just too cruel? If she has a heart and feelings, she's no different from a human. Guys, I hope you realize what's about to happen here. And I know Kana and So are so correct. They're so correct in this. But, like, it's only making this harder. And I don't want to, like tell them to be quiet. I hope it doesn't sound like that. Because these are real emotions they're having. These are real feelings that they're having. But factually so, this is going to make it so much harder because we have to save Gin. She's not a fake at all. She's not a Reiko. She's alive. And again, So and Kana are, I believe they're not wrong. At this stage, the only thing that separates that Reiko from the other Reiko is the memories that they don't have of up until this point and organs. If you think so, just sacrifice Gin. That's what I'm talking about. It's like we have to make a decision now. Oh, poor Gin. Sarah, make it quick. This is a doll you hear. It can't be more important than a real human. What now? What do I do? Sarah, this is so brutal. I'm not even joking. I darted my eyes away from the screen and my guitar in the corner. I literally looked over there instead. I thought you were, oh my God, I thought you were my friend. It's intentionally terrifying. Intentionally terrifying. I just have to make a decision. Jesus, look at this. Literally pushing? Like, is that what we're doing here? Do we click push? I'm pushing, guys. I know it's a horrible thing to say. I hope you guys understand that this is tearing me up as well. It's a brutal thing to experience. But we have no time. I mean, oh my God, it's not just one push. Stop. That's so brutal. We're pushing them closer to the edge of the hole. What the hell? No, Reiko, it's not about forgive. This is so horrible. This is so horrible. And I hope it doesn't seem like I'm just like, yeah, let's push her. Let's do it. I made this choice 3 minutes ago. If we had to make the choice ourselves, I made the choice 3 minutes ago. Because we have to save Gin. I pushed her to the edge. It's so brutal. The next one will be the last. Now did it. Oh my God. Now. No more. You don't have to shoulder anymore, Sarah. Oh. Stop. And remember, they were talking to us about the idea of like how she saw Sarah as being so strong and like, you know, taking everything along with her as well. That's so... Oh my God. Gin and guitar's restraints unlocked. We saved them. We need to get the antidote. Oh, Gin. Please get the antidote right now. Oh, the poor child. I'll get it now. Just wait, Gin. Hang on. This is one of the most harrowing and horrific sequences ever. Hey, Ranger. Was that Reiko really definitely a fake? You're not lying, are you? Look at the corpse and you'll be able to... As if I could... Oh, Alice. Oh, it's so... Poor thing. We should probably confirm. I have to... we did the deed. I'm taking a look, guys. Again, I know it sounds like I'm just doing things like willy-nilly here. Like, at this point, we need to know. We need to know if we did something. If we killed if we killed Alice or not. Or sorry, if killed Reiko or not. This whole sequence has tore my heart in two. Seeing Gin on the ground, having to push them towards the edge, having now be the one to step in and save it and do it for us instead, so we didn't have to shoulder everything. All this is so brutal, it's like shaking my heart. I look down at the fallen Reiko. Oh, freaking hell. Oh, no. It turns up, I'm covering the top of the screen, I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, no, I can't, I shouldn't do that. In terms of appearance, she looks absolutely real. A human killed by impalement. An ally who just wanted to live. Oh, fuck. Oh my God, there's no blood. Yeah, there's no blood. Jesus Christ, this game. I see, sure enough, she was a doll. But then where's the real Reiko? Ranger, where's the real... Ranger and Saflin already vanished. Oh, what are they doing, man? The room of lies, not good. Reiko. Alice took off running. Of course he's going to go straight to the room of lies. Finally, the impression of the room sank back into place. Do we have Gin? Are we saving Gin? Stay with us, Gin. Oh, the poor child. This was so freaking brutal, man, and it's so stressful. I've never been this stressed playing a game. I feel like there's just like not even yet, but I feel like I'm starting to release a bunch of these emotions that are just like freaking pent up through this whole thing. Don't die again. Cage is bringing an antidote. It'll be better soon. It's so brutal, man. Don't shake him. Say something. Just, yeah, make sure he hears us. Say something, Gin. I thought we were going to say something to him. Big Sarah. This was so stressful. And it's not even over yet. It's not even over. Gin. So, what are you sorry about? What are you sorry about? Don't ever say sorry. Jesus Christ. Gin. Sarah, let's go find Reiko. Gin will be fine with the antidote. I mean, believe in the policeman. We're going to search for Reiko. She's right, Sarah. You get going. You okay, Kitaro? That can't have been easy for you either. I understand. That can't have been easy for Kitaro either. But sorry, so don't say no. We're not doing that either. I'm gonna make this perfectly clear. I expected that you would press the button, but by God, no one was in your shoes. Nobody was in your shoes. At all. We can sit here and judge from the gallery, but nobody was sitting in the same executioner chair that you were in. Nobody. Nobody was. I'm not going to judge you for that at all. Wait, it's fully bright now. Where's Reiko? Please calm down. Whoa, you're in a real hurry, huh? How did you get here first? You want to meet Reiko that badly, you bastard? Why are you saying like that? Talk, you damn doll. Fine, I'll let you meet her. What are you talking about? What's happening? First, I got a quiz for you. What's the current state of Reiko Yubasami? What are you talking about? Long since dead. Dead from a trap in this room. Watching over you all as a severed head. Wait, she's dead? What is he saying? Don't be ridiculous, she can't be dead. Stop it, I can't believe that I can't. Reiko wouldn't die so easily. Humans are all so fragile, you know. Aren't I right, Saflin? They really are, aren't they? With that, Saflin appeared. What the hell are you doing? What the hell are you trying to do here? You know, what the fuck? What is wrong with this? What is wrong with them? What the hell? Oh. Jesus, dude, what the... What? What? Are you kidding me? Inconceivable, such blatant lies. Why would they do that? I'll kill you. What the hell? I'm shaking. I'm shaking right now. God, I don't even know what to say. And then Alice chasing, like, look at this, like, lunging forward them towards him as well. What the? That's one of the most disgustingly horrible, horrid, brutal sequences I've ever seen in a game. To have us kill the fake Alice and then have them kill the real Alice. It's just sick and sadistic. It's sadistic. It's disgusting. So sorry, I don't know what to say. I'm in shock. I'm in such shock. You're scaring me, Alice. Just shut up, Ranger. You, no matter what, if you wanted that bad habit. What the hell is wrong with this absolutely sadistic, horrid creatures? Reiko. What? What? An intense sound. A loud one, like something popping? What? Why? Reiko's collar must explode. You okay? Why? Why? What the hell? You got a big hole in your stomach. They killed Alice too? Alice. That's not great. You're gonna... What is this game? What is wrong with them? Don't joke with me. This. Jesus freaking Christ, Reiko. What am I supposed to even say in this moment? Like, what the hell just happened? What the hell just freaking happened? Why, Reiko? They killed Reiko, severed her head, threw the collar at Alice, and Alice died? Alice, that is, and then they even did the angle with us seeing through his freaking body. Treat him, Safalin. Reiko. There's no way that two of them died here now. Alice. Why did this happen? As my mind went blank, I heard footsteps approach. What? What the hell? What is happening? She's not dead. But Alice is... That's so brutal. That's not fair. That's not fair, poor Alice. Like, I'm happy to see Reiko. Of course, we're relieved to see Reiko alive. But what, Alice dies because they had passion in protecting their sister? What the hell? You dumbass, bro. Don't die on me. Open your eyes, bro. It's me. It's Reiko. Oh my god. I'm alive. Bro. I looked into the center of the room and saw an open pillar of sorts. Don't tell me Reiko was in there from the start. That's so horrid. The correct answer to the quiz was the real Reiko was alive and tied up because he was lying about even the freaking options he gave. Didn't even notice it was a doll's head. Goes to show how much its siblings bond is worth. Sadistic. Just like, and not that they take that as a compliment. I don't know why I even called them that. So sick. It's underhanded. My stomach is in knots. My heart is hurting. The moment it exploded, the trap should have been over with. If you'd released me right away, I could have at least told him I was alive. What was what he was thinking doesn't change that he was going to die, does it? It changes everything. It's totally different. Oh, look at the anger in her face as well. You damn heartless doll. Please, Reiko, don't do anything. Please, Reiko, please don't do anything. Please. Please. You should know if you kill a floor master, you're all gonna die. Yeah, please don't. We're being tested as floor masters too, get me? You think oh, Reiko, please, can someone grab her? You're gonna start running at Ranger. Well, it's only if you beat me. What? What? What just happened? A gun? Who has a gun? You stepped on a line rearranger. What? I have no more use of you. What the hell is happening? What? Dad? That's their dad? Why? That's their dad? What the hell's going on? He shot Ranger. Oh, fix me already. Is this the mastermind behind this? Unfortunately, Ranger, this is farewell. What are you saying? I don't wanna... Do you hate me or something? Jesus, what is happening? Wasn't I your greatest masterpiece? That's who he creates these dolls. That is in the past. Why do you think you were the most human of the dolls I created? Because you put your affection into me most. Wrong, it was jealousy. I implanted in your emotion program an excessive sense of inferiority towards the hatred of humans, so they despise humans. Jealous towards humans. Humans have it nice. I envy humans. Why am I a doll? What's so great about being humans? That's why they had no problem with being sadistic and torturing us. With that comment, you can never overcome. You're burned with deep jealousy and truly qualified as human. This convinced me that this is a negative emotions. This convinced me that it is negative emotions that make a human. That's... Yet for the burning flames of jealousy to turn one into a monster, that is just as human. You are the impediment to the plan a failure. Jesus, you just kicked the head off of Ranger? So this is the creator of these dolls? Well, then I apologize. You had to witness such unsightliness, everyone. No, this whole thing is unsightliness. Don't try and put everything on like this your creation. Yeah, they're a sadistic freaking arsehole as well. But this whole thing about that was unsightly. This whole thing is unsightly. I invite you now again to the main game. This time, card data for the Keymaster Sacrament Sage Commanders has been distributed to the tablets you possess. This has been done at random, and I imagine some of you may just be dissatisfied with your role. In this case, you may use a trading function and forcibly swap the cards with another. So we can trade the cards. This is crazy. We're standing before... He's been here this whole time, and he's been the creator of these dolls. Or you must use the me tokens you have earned in order to utilize this function. The trust tokens you have earned up to this point will be essential in deciding the battle. What the hell? Just who are you guys? Evil. Absolutely evil. I'm the reception doll. He said that there's a plan, right? And he was implanting human traits in these dolls. But he said that Ranger became an impediment to the plan. Let's do away with the tedious set dressing. I'm Gashu Sato? A researcher into negative... Is that what he said, that like humans are negative emotions? Let the main game begin. Oh? You up? What? Look at this baby boy. I thought it was gonna die. Look at him, he's so tiny. Sorry, the Switch. You're a big chicken. Oh, Gin. Sorry. It's fine. I'm alive. I'm so glad he's okay. I'm so glad he's okay. Gin. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks. Your turn to die. Death game. I don't know why I'm even reading this. Chapter 2. Part 1. How about F off? How about never look at me again? How you doing? I'm gonna take you on a stroll down memory lane. Hurry up and skip this. Wait, do you want me to hear the recap of everything that's happened? After all, that's not the place to put this. Because that's the next part of the chapter. I don't think I need a recap. Would you guys forgive me if I said hurry up? Or is this going to be something interesting? Let's see. Oh, the artwork is actually really cool, isn't it? Being honest here, like, I think that this, like, after so many crazy emotions, I think there should have been, like, a save point, if I'm being honest. I think a lot of games do that nowadays where they don't give people, like, the rest after, like, crazy things that happened. Best friend Joe Tazuna, they're a pair of dweebs who waltz together into a death game all friendly-like. Without having a clue what was the first trial began, they cleared lots more. And they chose to cooperate and survive with all the other participants. But their cooperation was for naught, and the high school teacher Kazuma Mishima died. Like, the artwork is really cool. That's the only reason I think we should have done this, but I don't need this recap. I know I like everything that's happened in this game. Well, not everything, like little details obviously I'll forget, but like everything else is burned into my freaking brain. So the self-described homemaker Kai Sato made use of that to instigate her. I think we could probably skip through this. Right? It's just describing exactly what I've been through. And so she stole back the laptop that job hopper So Hiyori got his hands on. The laptop concealed proof that Kai was concluding with the organization. Not really. Ultimately, Kai died in the main game all because we grabbed the Sage card. Poor Kai. And Joe, too, he got the sacrifice card. And he died. Actually, I will say that, like, after... Jesus Christ. I was about to say that this recap is kind of like... Because we've already been through all this stuff, it's less traumatic than what we just saw. But now we just have to remember this part too, don't we? Having feelings when you're killing each other will only hurt you. Yeah, I skipped it. The recap was just something we already knew. We already knew what happened in the recap. And in this as well. I'd be killed too. But it should have been Dad's masterpiece. Now everyone, if your memories are all in order, allow me to invite you once again to the main game. 8 remain. Alice is gone. Hey, you know what the majority vote is? Kai. 1 vote. Kai again. You didn't know they die? Is that Mishima? I think that's Mishima. What is this now? Hey, long time no see? Well, gotten used to the majority votes yet? Yes? Oh yeah, I'm glad. At this rate, you can just vote for who you hate. Kill decisively so you can survive. Wait, didn't we have an introduction like at the start of the game? Is So with the person who did the introduction at the start of the game? No big, no big. It's not like it's your fault. Aren't I right, So Hiyori? Wait, what? What? What just... He's talking to himself? Your countenance really has changed. Funny, do your best. What? What do you want me to do with that stage? I need to dispose of all the documents in the shredder? What is happening? Run. Are we playing as Soul right now? Is that a Soul? I'm clasped on the floor. What? What is happening? An important laptop. I remember it's Kai's laptop and I found it on the first floor. So we are playing as Soul right now. It was stolen by Miss Now when she... Oh, the blood there. What the hell? I'm collapsed on the floor. Can we go? I'm dead. I see that the time Miss Now attacked me. Every remaining trace, all of it. Wait, what? I'm dead. What is happening? Oh, what the frick are you doing? There's a pot or a pan. What's this? Obtained a frying pan. So gloomy. Dead men tell no tales, right, Kai? What in the world are we going through here? Is he reliving all this stuff? How far are you going to run? Run me? No one else needs you. Why do you What the hell are we talking about here? I'm astonished by everyone just refusing to ever doubt that you're right. Isn't this enough? Here, I'll kill you. Is that Sarah? Sure enough, that's your true nature. It's your turn to die, so... Is this how he sees Sarah? Great artwork again, but what the hell? Sarah? Does he see Sarah as someone who could kill him? So... Please wake up. What the... We're playing a... What in the world has just happened? Kana? This is my room. Don't startle me all of a sudden. You're all I have left. You're all I have left. Please don't suddenly collapse. So she started to trust So like really a lot too. What was that whole sequence there? So was talking to himself. He saw himself dead on the ground. He sees Sarah as his her true nature as someone to attack him or kill him. Dead men tell no tales, he said too. Sorry? Or you're right? You're right. You betrayed Miss Sarah twice now. There's nowhere for you. Oh, no, don't just see it like this. Is this him like saying this to her? No, Connor, this isn't the truth. Because he's talking about the phone and the whole other thing as well. Connor, don't you betray me, Jesus Christ. I don't think Sarah would kick her out of the circle, right? But you know what the problem is? I don't think Sarah would, but like, I wonder if like from other people's perspective, it's like, we literally saw her say like, trust me. She said, trust me. And then she worked with So again. But this was so different, man. It was for her freaking sister's final words. Let's start our strategy meeting. You too, Kataro. Wait, Kataro, that's what Kataro was involved. Kataro's involved too? This is getting to be fun. What? Is that why Kataro was acting all weird? Hey. Is playing an instrument. What are we doing? Die. No. No. Stop. What is this? Your interest in watching you makes me want to play, Reiko. You're too clumsy, bro. Doubt you even can. So mean. Don't whine about it. Or I'll teach you. You mean it? And if you get bored of it, I'll kick your butt. They had to look at them together as well. Look at baby Reiko and look at baby Alice. Of course I won't get bored. Hey Reiko, what's up? Someday let's make a band and have our debut. That's so what the hell, man. After all this. And the thing is, like, I think I'd be balling if I wasn't so, like, shocked by the last scene. I'm still, like, my heart's still pounding over what was happening. Like, this is so beautiful. For real? I'll make songs and you'll sing them. Doesn't that sound wonderful? Okay, now I'm getting kind of... now it's hitting me. Sounds great. Don't forget it, bro. That's so brutal to show that after everything that's happened. Don't you ever forget. Oh, we're here. We're starting here? Holy hell, what a place to start. Reiko's just been staring at the unmoving Alice. As what else could you do? Not even noticing me behind her. You dumbass. You broke another promise. No, maybe I broke it. Saying like, what would you know? I wouldn't even face you. Was I the mistaken one? Maybe you not talking with me. Maybe going and killing a guy. It was all my... No, we can't see it this way now. We can't. It's my fault. It's all my fault. Just come back. Oh. Begging him to come back to life. Damn it, shit. I had so many chances to forgive you. And there's the regrets after everything is gone, right? What can I say? Reiko, and again, of course she's going to be tearing herself up. I could have talked to you, all the chances she could have talked to him. But of course, emotions are weird. They're so weird. You can't think like this. You guys, I know how you feel. But the main game will be very soon. Just leave me alone, damn it. You understand why she's so frustrated and was so angry. Reiko, we were told to assemble, right? I know that. But if I see one of those kidnappers' faces right now, I know she would, and you can't blame her for this either. You can't do that. We can't lose you too, Reiko. So please, just leave me alone now. I understand. I think she needs some space. Just some space. I have faith that she will show up to the main game, but like, man, this is horrible. What should I do? There's nothing I can do. Wait, now. Yes? Never mind, just for a little bit. Stay by my side. Oh, Reiko. I'm Sarah? Yeah? Please leave this to me. 100%. You two were very close. You were very, very close. This is just horrible situation after horrible situation. I can't support everyone like you, Sarah. But I think I can support Reiko now. And that's why she also pushed the other Reiko into the hole, by the way, because she wants Sarah to be like Sarah. Someone that people can rely on. Understood. I'll be right there. I'm sure Reiko will get back on her feet. I'll trust now. Off to the medical office. I think it's a good way to save as well, guys. This was a crazy I can say with all honesty that this is why I record these videos last. As to why I record the very heavy story-based games last. And you can say, well, Calvin, you record Honkai Star Rail during the day too. 100%, but I don't think there's anything like... In Honkai Star Rail, and it's not that it's bad or good, it's just different. They're not going to throw someone's severed head at someone and blow up their stomach. You know what I mean? We will have horrible situations and deaths in Honkai Star Rail and all that stuff. But they're not going to, force me to push a character who, even if it's AI, a character I care about, down into a hole, into a pit, slowly. You know what I mean? It's a different type of game. You know what I mean? A different type of situation. I'm not going to do a big recap of everything that's happened here. I'm not. All I'm going to say about all this is, my feelings on this whole situation here, because, in the last few moments, so much happened here. This whole last minigame was bent on hell-bent on the idea of that Reiko is an imposter. And we ended up finding out that she was definitely 100% an imposter. And just thank God, because by chance, I think Gin would be dead. Probably would have been dead here if we didn't, because Katara wasn't pressing the button, and we didn't figure out. I picked the singing at first because it's the only one that kind of made sense. Because I thought what was going to happen. This is my thought process. I thought she was going to sing poorly or something, and then everyone's going to be like, "Hey, that's not Reiko," you know. And then I tried to do another thing. I tried to choose another option. I tried to extract something from Alice, but it seemed to me that there was something we were missing. And thank God I checked the inventory out of panic, because if we didn't, we wouldn't have seen that at all. We wouldn't have. And I think if we didn't check the menu when we did, I guarantee you I would not have gotten that. Because I would have done a versus of something, I would have extracted something else, I would have tried something else, and I think Gin would have been gone. But the harrowing thing about this is that we have just realized now, for sure, solidified, that they have been making dolls of us years before we even came into this game. Years before. And as I said before, I don't really give a damn about, in real life, when someone, with AI, I don't use AI, F it, all those things, right? All my hatred towards it or whatever, you know? But in video games, I always say this, because this happens before in other video games too. When you create an artificial consciousness, that becomes a living being to me. The only thing that separates is because if it can feel emotions and sadness and all these things too, then you have a responsibility to make sure that it doesn't feel sadness or fear and all this stuff too. But they don't care about this in this game. The pushing of Reiko down the hole is one of the hardest things to witness, because we're not just pushing an artificial consciousness down into like a pit where they're going to die. We're seeing someone that we care about's vision and their appearance on an artificial consciousness that has a memory, that has a feelings and had a life and memories of these people here. And she begged not to die as she realized that she was no longer alive, and we had to push her slowly towards that hole. I said this about this game all the time. The game is cruel in a way, but it's not cruelty for the sake of just being cruel. So I understand that every single thing that happens is for like the emotions of the game or the story of the game. Even at the end there, they gave us a sweet moment between Kitaro and Gin, which was a beautiful, beautiful moment. In comparison to all the moments we had throughout this, it was like a really moment of reprieve for a second. What happened here was that when we went into the room of lies, the real lie was that the rope was a lie too, but it was a red herring. And the lie was that Reiko was trapped in there and switched out with a doll or an AI. And that AI joined up with us and was killed. After this happened, we rushed to save Reiko. And that awful ranger who deserves 3 million times more the torture than they ever got blew up Alice's stomach and killed Alice. A character who I was looking forward to knowing more about. It hurts a lot because there's two things. Obviously, there's three things. The baseline of I don't want anyone to die here. The next part is Alice as a character is someone who had so much to offer the game, which is what makes it so sad, and so much to offer the relationship between her and Reiko and all this stuff too. And then the third thing that I always and I'm playing through in my mind is the fact that you guys know this too if you watch my Danganronpa playthroughs, if you watch any other playthrough, I am obsessed with any character who is rambunctious, a bit aggressive, almost like a Chihuahua type character, you know what I mean? That has a really big bark, but not much of an actual bite, you know? And that hurts me that my archetype of character that I love, the other type of archetype I love is a character that says that they're cute all the time. If a character calls himself cute, I'm there, you know? I love the confidence. But it's a brutal moment that even the person who made these dolls, was it Sato? Is that what they called him? Sato? Wait. Isn't that Kai's name? Wasn't his name Kai Sato? Does that mean that's when they were talking about... Remember they talked about his family and I was like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. Is this his family? Is that his family? Is that his dad? No freaking way. No freaking way. The guy who killed Ranger is related to Kai. No freaking way. So that adds weight to the stuff with Kai before as well. They're always calling back to that stuff. He infiltrated this place because he was related to the people in this place, but they were watching him at all times. And they had no problem watching their family member die. And I say family member because I don't know if he's dad, uncle, whatever. Man, that's crazy. And again, I just because I'm not always good at the last names. You guys know that I'm not good at the last names sometimes, but That's brutal. That's a crazy revelation. So we're gonna have to deal with that as well. The idea that he's related to that person. But yeah, the freaking death of Kotaro, and then the death of Ranger right afterwards. The death of the clone of Reiko, and the possible death of Gin. I'm just gonna say this right now. I was overwhelmed. I was stressed so much, and I almost felt like there was a release of emotions at one point when Gin was set free, but then I couldn't even comprehend what was about to happen next. It was brutal. It was so brutal, and I even thinking about it now, I can't even like comprehend like how what you couldn't predict what was going to happen there whatsoever. You know, what was going to happen after all of that. Alice died with Reiko not ever, and them Reiko and Alice not even able to ever reconcile. But it's interesting that on both sides they both fought for each other after they thought for Alice, when he thought Reiko died, he was willing to do something so horrific there, not horrific, good, and kill Ranger. And then the other side, I think Reiko was willing to do the same thing if it wasn't for the gun that was shot right into the Ranger's head. The emotional weight that is on everyone's shoulders right now must be terrifyingly strong and powerful and big. I'm exhausted. Can you imagine how they feel? I'm actually exhausted. Actually tired, which is crazy. I'm never tired after well, I am tired sometimes if it's exhausting, but as I said, the weight that's carried on Reiko's shoulders now, because again, we talk about regrets after people die. We have that regret with Joe where we feel like we could have done more. With Reiko, it's like maybe I could have done more as well. And not only that, but like maybe I could have reconciled. I had so many chances to reconcile. But again, the reason why I want to make sure it's clear when it comes to the stuff with Reiko and why I don't want her to be upset by this, even though she's going to be upset by it no matter what, is this happens in family life all the time. Family members will die in the midst of an argument. Something will happen to family members. But here's the thing, right? The worst advice I always hear is from old, decrepit people. Nothing wrong with old people, but I'm saying the ones that are bad. And they will say, you only get one brother. You only get one mother. And to me, first of all, it's not true. Adoptive parents could be parents, surrogate parents, or even like parents that are like, a friend's parent who becomes your parent. But what I'm saying is that like, I always don't like that line of thinking, because Reiko has every right to feel her emotions, even if like I would have loved to her and Alice to reconcile, because of course I would. She shouldn't be feeling, why didn't I reconcile with him? Because your emotions are valid, and looking back, you would reconcile 100%. Anyone would, right? If you had a big fight like with your sister, and then it turns out that she was in like a car accident or something, of course you would, like, no matter like what the argument was, obviously if it wasn't something evil, but let's say it was an argument over like money for the Christmas dinner or something like that, you would shoot in a heartbeat, you would go back in time to make sure that you never had that argument. But that doesn't mean that your feelings are invalid about those situations, I think it's so easy to try and erase your feelings from the past because something happened now in the present. But that's the whole point of this. It is sad because they never got to reconcile in this story. And Reiko's frustration here is so real. The way she was over his body and she was telling people to go away, but then telling people to stay close. That means like, her erratic behavior is so normal, I feel like, in these type of situations. And then we go to a character like Now, which is, again, so heartbreaking to me too, which is a character that wants to step up to the plate and do what Sarah's doing sometimes. Be there for Reiko, be there for us. They pushed, AI Reiko into the hole because they didn't want us to have to like carry the weight of all these situations anymore. Which, beautiful stuff from Now in terms of like the emotional side of it, but like it always just reverts back to the idea of like she shouldn't even be in this position in the first place. Nobody should. But it's heartwarming to know that she cares about Sarah so much that she wants her to be okay in this sense. and she doesn't want her to have to carry all this burden on her shoulders. But that was worrying to me because then like she's going to be trying to do a lot of stuff as well, which again, like now is capable. But like it's an act of heroism in a way to save someone's emotions to what she did to their AI Alice. But that act of heroism is also a damaging aspect to maybe her own soul as well. And it would have been to Sarah too, right? 110%. Not that, again, I want to make clear, I made the decision minutes before we even had to make a choice. I was like, if this is, in my head, I was like, if this is a choice, I'm choosing to push her. And that may sound horrible, but if it comes down to Gin in this situation, this little 5-year-old kid, I'm doing everything in my goddamn power, and I promised you guys in the comments, and who watch this video, not just in the comments, everyone who watches this, and I promised, and I promised Gin and Kana, I would make sure that they were good all the time. I made that decision quicker than I usually would, not because it wasn't something that weighed on my mind, it wasn't something that was horrible, because it was Gin. And I spent too much time watching him getting injected with that absolute bullcrap. We saw this stuff with So, I'm not even sure what that is. So was like talking to himself, he's reliving memories where he saw himself as dead, he saw Sarah as someone that was trying to kill him. I'm wondering, in a way, does So actually truly believe that Sarah, and we said this before, that we believe that So doesn't like Sarah and thinks that Sarah maybe has some secrets. But in that mind, he almost like saw Sarah as like, because he said dead men tell no tales to Kai, and I wonder if he's like, oh, Kai and Sarah and we're working together and they know something, they were colluding, and so when he sees Sarah trying to stab him, I think he genuinely probably maybe feels like Sarah is out to get him. And as I said before, if you're someone who is trying to manipulate other people, you would see a manipulator in someone else, right? Or at least you think you see it, that's what I'm saying. But he had a vision there of Sarah trying to kill him. He had a vision of him dying on the ground. I think he's terribly afraid that someone is out to get him in here. And I think that paranoia is making him induce paranoia in other people as well. I think the fact that he believes that every single person here, like that when he got hit with the laptop, that like they were trying to kill him, right? That when Sarah's always like out to get him, it's because she doesn't want him here anymore, or that she's also being like sadistic or evil or bad. And I think that lack of trust in everybody is leading to him outwardly expressing that in a way that like is hurting other people sometimes. That's my view of it. And then we saw him once again manipulating Kana and for somehow Kotaro. Kotaro and Kana are his little crew, which now makes perfect. Didn't they have the top 3 coins? Or they were in the top people that had all the tokens. I think they traded amongst each other. And not only that, what's so interesting about this too is that Kotaro was upset the other day, and now we know why. And he asked us to give him his tokens. Do you think we could have saved Kotaro that day somehow? By giving him his tokens and he wouldn't be in part of this group? Kana is in a desperate state, and it's actually very upsetting to me. It's actually heartbreaking to me. She believes that, and what Soul said is, I can't believe it could be true. He said, Sarah will never trust you again. I don't believe this to be true. But in her mind, this is the timeline, and we have to look at it from her perspective of her mind, right? She comes into this game. She places a lot of trust in Sarah. Then she loses hope and pushes Sarah away. She then works with So and tries to manipulate the situation with So. And then she finds out she's wrong, and then she wants to gain trust back. She begs people to trust her. We not only trust her, but we put a lot of faith in her to watch out for So, right? We explore around Makana. We're having a great time, a really genuine great time, and like, you know, we adore her and everything, and I still do adore her. And then for this phone, which is understandable, she betrays us again in a way. And you know what the funny thing is about that phone thing is that no one in their right mind would ever say to her, God damn it, Connor, why would you do that? If someone said to you in a situation like this after your freaking sister died just like a few days ago, hey, I have a text message from your sister, if you want it, you have to do this. By God, you can imagine most people are going to do whatever they're asked. Not whatever, you know what I mean? There's some horrible situations, but you know what I mean? Give me the laptop, sure. And again, she sees it as a betrayal of Sarah once again. And what So said is like, she'll never come back with you now. Your only help is me. And kind of says you're all I got left, which is so strange because I wonder how people are going to react to her. Because for me personally, in my view, I couldn't see KG turning his back on Kana that way. I could see him being weary of her. I couldn't see Sarah doing it. I couldn't see any of these characters really turning their back on her. I couldn't. But your mind works in mysterious ways. And again, I always talk about the minor level of like 2%, right? Of 2% of what they're going through. There's plenty of times where like, I remember like in old workplaces or whatever, I would be like, you know, I say a joke or something. And then I go, did I upset Charlie? And I think about it all weekend. Did I upset Charlie? I'm not even on text message basis with Charlie, and I probably upset. And I come in the next Monday morning. Hey, Charlie, dude, like, did I upset you last week with that joke? You know what I mean? And by the way, I want to make it clear, like, I don't joke about like offensive stuff, but like, you know, sometimes you might like, you know, tease someone or they might tease you back in that kind of way. You know what I mean? Never did anything bad. I want to make it clear. I would never do anything bad, but I'm just giving an example, right? The human mind obviously works in that way, though. It's like all of a sudden, then you kind of play in your mind this whole scenario of like, did I say something bad? And imagine this case, it's like, oh yeah, Sarah hates me. And her mind isn't going to tell her anything different. That's how the human mind just sucks. But we now have this thing with So. He is 110% colluding, doing some backdoor shady deals once again. And we have to worry about So now as well. And I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted, guys. But an absolutely incredible amount of like gameplay here and like in terms of the actual mechanics, the story is so upsettingly brutal, but there's so much beauty in it as well. We saw that scene with Kataro, and I want to just end on the scene with Kataro and Gin, because the scene with Kataro, we have to talk about obviously like what we think about the theories about this whole situation too, but like just to talk about Kataro and Gin really quickly as well. Kataro and Gin, I'm not gonna talk about this at length because this is just actually just what I feel, plain and simple. Kataro, if he was standing here right in front of me, I would tell him right away, and it's not my place to say it because it's from Gin's perspective, but like, as I said, I'll say exactly what I said in there. Anyone from the gallery can judge the person in the executioner's chair that could die at any moment. But he's the one that could die at any moment. So this whole idea of like, I wasn't able to press the button. Yeah, I thought he would be able to press the button, right? But that doesn't mean I'm going to sit here and judge him because he couldn't. Because that's the thing, it's the same with horror movies. I talk about this all the time. Whenever I like watch a horror movie with someone and they go, why did they do that? And it's like, you get chased by a murderer. You why did they run into the shed? You get chased by a killer and see what your mind goes to. See what you're, because again, have you guys ever had adrenaline and like you're scared or something like this is happening? You don't think straight. And like in this case, like it's like Katara's thinking, I'm going to die if I press this button. So him not being able to lift his arm in that moment, I'm not going to pull it against him. Gin is safe, and that's the most important thing. Gin is safe, and that's the most important thing. End of. In terms of my theories about what's happening here, he says that he's like the guy Sato, Kai's relative, is experimenting on the idea of like negative emotions. And if there's one place that you could fester negative emotions, it's here. Betrayal, jealousy, trust, lack of trust, fear, all this stuff like mixed into one thing into this one place. So I wonder if this is all one big experiment or something for like negative emotions. And that's what it's fostering. And he created Ranger, and this is what I want to say here. I want to make it clear. F Ranger. I'm glad Ranger got his head kicked off. I don't care. But also on the other side of things as well, it's like, who are you to kick the head off a doll when you created that doll and you kidnapped everybody? Why are you taking the high road about that? Why are you taking the high road about that at all? That's basically like a serial murderer who murdered 30 people, turning around to a dude who murdered like one person. Not that it's even better, or not this better or worse. Well, one is clearly worse, but I'm saying that, you know what I mean? And being like, bro, you're sicking me. It's like, who are you to judge this doll? You're organizing this whole thing. Well, at least making the dolls. Well, look. Well, I don't know what's going on there, but we do know we have at the face of some sort of higher up in this organization. We now know that there are being dolls that are created by him. We now know he's related to Kai in some ways. Yeah. We just have to see what happens next. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Thanks so much for supporting me and being so amazing. The Your Turn to Die audience is incredible. You are fantastic. You are beautiful. You're amazing. I love you. Thank you so much. If you want to watch these videos early, you can do so on YouTube members or on Patreon, and that is for €1, the lowest tier on YouTube members and on Patreon as well, or whatever it is in your currency as well. And if you want to see your name go across the screen right now in the text credits, that's €10 or whatever it is in your currency. And if you want to hear your name, I should say, be read out at the end of every single video, that is €15 or whatever it is in your currency as well. Thank you so much to the patrons first at the highest tier: Typharo 2, Jamie Bull, Jana the Banana, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, Yuled, Anusta, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Leon, High Kasparian, Neo Showerite, Leah 200, Malcolm Kunde, and at the highest tier of my YouTube members, Blasco and Lusanagi. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.